Expansion.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the building, the bad man himself, my man AB.
What are you doing?
Good to see you, my brother.
What are you doing? What are you
Pleasure
doing?
to have you, man.
Oh, fucking pleasure to
Finally,
be here.
man, my
Fuck,
man.
I've waited. But
Yeah.
no, fuck your minion over there.
Yeah, blame him.
Yeah, blame him. 100%. Because I said
Armenian.
I cause your
he is
episode
Armenian.
27.
Armenian, not minion.
Okay.
Let's just clear that out. Yeah.
Armenian.
No, before the
Armenian.
show,
Armenian.
we were working it out with Abe. Armenian, not minion.
Armenian.
Thank you.
Not the Beverly Hills Armenian. The Rockdale Armenian.
Here we go.
No, but it's his fault.
You get one of those already, brother.
No, I was waiting. I've been waiting.
Can I formally introduce you, man? Please,
please.
Let me do the
Yes,
honors,
please,
man.
please do.
It's my absolute pleasure to have in the building
wait,
today.
wait.
Oh, fuck, here we go.
You're not number one episode. You're 27th. So cheers.
No, I didn't want to
Cheers
be.
to you.
I didn't want to be number one episode. I was just waiting to be asked, and it hurt my feelings. And that's all on you. You're the manager.
Look, all I'm going to say is we've been trying to get this happening a few times. Yeah. You have been in the studio because you've done a couple of episodes, which will be aired soon. Abe, very talented, very funny, very controversial. And on that note, Abe, a very well-known, definitely an OG MC / event host, personality here in Sydney and Australia.
Too kind.
Has toured the country extensively, has misbehaved all over the land. Also very talented because, with the graphic design and with the clothing.
Yeah.
So much respect to you on that. And I'm going to go straight into it and tell the story of the first night that I met you, Abe. I'm going to take everybody back a few years, but essentially in Sydney, you only had a couple of real big R&B and hip-hop clubs. It's not like nowadays where there was a lot of things everywhere.
One or two.
And you came up a couple years before me, so I'm coming up. And finally, I get invited to host R&B Super Club, right? That was like the Friday night spot. And then the Saturday night spot was where I was at. But I never had the chance to do the Friday night spot, which was, different crowd, amazing venue at Fox Studios.
Very commercial.
Just different, different. I was hosting the Cave on a Friday. So for that night, I jumped ship. And I show up. Leno had booked me. Shout out to DJ Leno. And I show up at whatever time, the club was already bumping. It was packed. I mean, clubs in those days were fucking packed. Yeah, that's right. And I show up and there's Abe emceeing. So I'm like,
what's going on here?
I thought I was supposed to be the MC, right? So I'm like, whatever. I had a couple of boys with me as always back in those days. And we sat side of stage and I was just watching.
Yeah.
And I remember straight away you came up, and much respect for this man because you don't see a lot of this, especially between MCs, right?
Yeah.
You came up to me and said, hey, man, he's the fucking mic. How you doing, man? Whatever, rah, rah, rah. It was all love.
Yeah,
and I thought, oh, cool, awesome. That's great because, right? We don't want drama, right?
Yeah,
So I was just watching you do your thing. You're pacing up and down the stage and I see you people. And then I saw you walk past someone and someone yelled out something at you, and you turn around, look down because you're looking down because you're on top of the stage. You go, you fucking fat bitch! On the microphone. And I'm like, what? Damn. So anyway, so you kept pacing up and down.
Oh, no.
And the next time you went back down, I don't know who the fuck the guy was, but this guy just reached up out of the crowd to try and grab you, and rip you from the fucking stage. And then security comes over and they wrestle the guy out. And you're just going, yeah, fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck you, motherfucker. And I'm like, whoa.
This bloke.
What
What
I get myself into?
I love it.
That was so not me.
I love it.
Even though
You were the Latin lover. You were the slick, cool guy. You know what I mean?
Unifier. Shout every single person out in the club. You know what I mean? Everyone, every nationality.
This fucking bloke.
And I'm like, what the fuck? The bad man.
It was different.
Yeah, early 2000s in Sydney.
It was different. Like from my recollection, I think I met you in a different setting, but my recollection of those days were different, bro.
Of course, everything was very different, bro. Very hard for people who didn't live it to understand what the world was like, especially in that context. But what the world was like without social media and without, I mean, even like digital cameras and shit. Dude, it was very different,
dude. Well, like if I can say to the people watching and all that sort of stuff. And I don't want to sound like an old head and all that sort of stuff, but back in our days, you had to have your own lane.
Yeah.
You couldn't be like anybody else.
Yeah.
You couldn't sound like anybody else, and you were true. You were true to whatever you were doing.
Yeah.
People look right through you.
Yeah.
There was one MC Rafa.
Yeah.
There was one Nino Brown.
Yeah,
there was one Tickles.
Yeah,
there was one.
Very
you couldn't. And as soon as you even slightly resembled somebody else, that was it. You were shut down.
Yeah.
And the thing was, again, like you were saying, there was limited spots across the board for entertainment.
No doubt.
Across the board.
Yeah.
So you had to basically rise above a lot of other things. Like, how could you say it? People discounting you or whatever the case may be. Because R&B at that stage was still a little bit
more,
you know what I mean? It was
niche,
that's right. To a certain degree, and they were trying to break into the commercial market, and that was just on the cusp of it. You know what I mean? So, not to go don't to go on a tangent, but
there
the
are no
thing
tangents here, bro. Anything goes. There's no script here, hermano.
The Uncle from Mini.
No.
That's a tangent. Again, like I say it all the time, and I know it's something that people get sick of hearing. Again, the lanes. Like you came when you were there, we all pretty much were there at the same time, right?
Yeah.
But when you were there was fucking one MC Rafa. There was nothing different. When you came there was so many. There was the bad boy appeal, but the Latin lover appeal, the good looking guy, the this, the that. There were so many fucking things, and you couldn't. You know what I mean?
You're in your own lane. I get what you're saying. Look, I think also again going back to the social media thing, you had one persona, which was the one that you showed up with.
Yeah.
And the way you dressed and the way you spoke and the way you did your craft and whatever. There was none of this layer of bullshit that came with social media where you can be almost like an avatar, right?
Yeah.
You can use the filters and you can do the video in a certain way so you look a certain way. You can take all these photos in front of things and get all these following and everything out of thin air. You might be a whack fucking DJ, a whack MC, a whack this, a whack that. Not that we didn't have whack people that were successful. That's been around since forever.
They didn't get a fucking a torch. Really?
Much less so, definitely, because nowadays you can sugarcoat it with bullshit.
This social media presence here.
Back then it was raw. Yeah, it was raw.
Yeah.
It was raw.
Yeah.
It was raw. Yeah. And definitely, I think it was much more skills orientated than what it is now, 100%. Where you can be Tweedledee and Tweedledum, but if you got 150 million followers or whatever,
100%.
People are going to pay you money to 100%. Show up, right? So we didn't have that. I mean, influencers, celebrities were celebrities, bro.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Singers.
Yeah.
Rappers.
Yeah.
Some sort of a dancer, sort of, not really. Actors.
Yeah.
Sports people.
Oh, yeah. But coming back to what you started on and all that sort of stuff, I don't know what the fuck I was doing.
I don't know what you were doing either, bro. But you were pissing a lot of people off, I can tell you, man.
But when I went there, you know what I mean? Like, for people watching, fucking Rafa and I have been mates for fucking donkey's years.
Yes.
Like, close mates for donkey's years. But it was like, that was me. And you see me today, there's a little bit of a fucking lid on certain things.
Not much.
But what I did there was on stage.
But you're consistent, man, because to this day, you've got a knack for pissing people off.
Yeah.
But not in a sort of overtly deliberate way. It's just your nature. You're like Dennis the Menace, hermano. You're the fucking brown Dennis the Menace, man. That's who you are.
Oh, no. Oh, fuck. Yeah, but look, we can sit here and we can say we missed it and everything, and all that bullshit, but we lived it.
Yes.
We fucking
Yeah, man.
Squeezed every
man.
last bit of juice out of that fucking orange.
Until the wheels fall off,
Right,
man. We're doing it too.
I had a ball traveling, fucking everything that we did. You kind of just missed it a little bit, but when we started doing interstate, and shit like
it's just after, no, yeah. What year did you kick off? When was your first MC gig? and I'm not. I mean, there was probably some unpaid gigs before you. Right. Tell us a bit. Take us back.
I'm going to take you back. Now, some of your viewers and all that sort of stuff, they would have seen the Golden Mile.
Yes.
Right. The show when John Ibrahim started.
Right.
So John Ibrahim.
That was called Underbelly, the Golden Mile.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Right. So if you watch that, that was fucking.
I was locked up for that. I was.
Really?
Yeah.
When it was made.
When it came out.
Oh right. Yeah. Have you watched it?
Not really. Bro.
Good watch. It's pretty true to form.
Sure.
About a lot of the things that happened.
Yeah.
Like there was a time where I don't want to deviate from it, but
that's cool.
Yeah. If you get an opportunity to watch it, we'll sit down and watch it together.
I will.
So I'm 16 years old. So this coming back again to the people that are watching, this is fucking unheard of these days.
Yeah.
Like back in those days when you had a passion or you had a feeling for something, come hell or high water, that's what the fuck I'm going to do. It's like Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle started doing comedy. He was 15 years old, 16 in clubs. So long story short, I started emceeing at underage discos and fucking parties and this and that.
Like, but you just showed up and grabbed the mic, right?
Like, you know, like I fucking asked.
No, because I just want to be clear because it's not because there's people that don't know anything about how we do and what we do, right?
Yeah.
And it's interesting to tell people how you actually become something, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not like you're nothing and then someone goes, bang, come and give you the mic. It doesn't work like that. You got to take that shit.
Yeah. So, well, look, I'd rapped, obviously. So everything was rapping. I loved rapping.
Yeah.
And fucking from a young age.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
bedroom house party level.
Every fucking opportunity that I could get.
Thank you.
To rap. Sure. Everywhere. I'm fucking standing there like a monkey. But my raps weren't battle raps. My raps weren't this. I just wanted to make everybody that was sitting around me laugh. So it was almost comedic like.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Cheeky.
Yeah. So I wasn't, by no means fucking Eminem or anything like
lyricist.
I just wanted to make people laugh.
Rock the party,
So from there was, funny enough, the big DJs at the time knew who I was.
Okay.
And unbeknownst to me, like I'm just a little shit that's going to all these things. So, but what you need to understand that the under 18s were big DJs. So my name started getting around in those circles, and they go, "Oh man, this little fucking South African rude prick, blah blah blah."
Sure.
Like I'm standing in front of like under 18s, blue light discos back then, and I'm telling them to get fucked as well too, and rapping and funny. So anyway, long story short, John Ibrahim opens up a club. Now this club we're talking about back then was, you know what I mean? Like nightclubs were very different. They were older people that went. They were in their 30s and that.
Yeah.
This is a fucking 16-year-old going to a very to-do fucking establishment. If I could make a comparison today of something like, Cafe Del Mar or Marquee,
upper
VIP.
End.
Yeah.
What was it called?
EP1? No. It was the Tunnel.
The Tunnel, the
Tunnel.
Wasn't it called later? It was called EP1, right?
Yeah, it went to EP1, but it was
the
Tunnel.
Tunnel. Yeah.
So anyway, word got around, blah blah blah, who I was, da. So at the time, George B was the epitome. Still is in my eyes, but the epitome. He was the top of the top DJ. Sure. Like there was no one else. Sure. Like this cunt was making back then. He was making $1,000, $2,000 a night.
Sure.
He was.
Different times.
Even by today's standards, So anyway, my friend, he was also fucking underage. Don't know how he went to these fucking nightclubs.
Yeah.
He was into some other shit, but he's like, I'm going to take you down there and introduce you to this guy because this guy wants to fucking meet you.
Yeah.
He's heard a lot about you and blah, blah. Mind you, I'm 16 years old.
Wow.
16 years old.
Yeah.
So I fucking... It was school holidays, I think. So the times that I was kind of going out, my mum was kind of cool with it.
Yeah.
But the time where I actually went to go and meet George B, I was at school. So I snuck out of the house and all that sort of stuff. My mate meets me downstairs. I go to, this is a Sunday night. This is a school night.
Oh, okay.
This is big, you know what I mean? Like school night. You're supposed to be in bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, go to this fucking club, and for memory, you know, Tom and all those boys that hang around with John Ibrahim, like his personal fucking things and all that sort of stuff out the door. And looking at me, I've got fucking these people in fucking 3-piece suits and cocktail dresses and this and that. This cunt fucking rocks up in fucking Nikes. I think I probably would have been wearing maybe fucking TNs or something.
Man, 16 years old.
Jeans. And a fucking T-shirt.
Yeah.
And these people are looking at me and they're going, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on here? No. George B said to come in here. Don't ask it. To this day, like, you can't get into fucking nightclubs at the best of times, like looking like me without knowing someone, right? Back then it was... Anyway, so I walk in and I'm sitting there and all that sort of stuff. And George B's busy doing his thing. Just a quick side note, he used to DJ away from the crowd, never looked at the crowd. This is what made this cunt fucking phenomenal. He used to DJ with his back towards the crowd.
What?
On my mother's life.
I've never seen that,
man, he did this DJ, like, that's why I say George B is the sickest fucking cunt ever. He had like a little mirror that he'd kind of see if someone was standing behind him or something. He used to DJ to a fucking wall. Dance floor like this, on point.
Really?
Never missed a mix, never missed a fucking thing, bro.
Wow.
His arrogance to say, I'm not even gonna fucking look at you, so I don't give a fuck. I'm DJing against the wall. So anyway,
I've never seen that, man.
Bro,
never even heard of that.
It's fucking nuts. Against a fucking wall. So anyway, he's DJing and all that sort of stuff, and he's like, my mate goes up. He goes, oh yeah, this is the guy and everything. He turns around and he looks at me, and from memory he said, couldn't you even fucking get dressed, you dickhead? That was his first words to me. Like, he looked at me and he's like, fuck, you coming here for a fucking job, you dumb cunt. So I'm like, oh,
shit.
Fuck, and I feel like a dumb cunt. I'm sitting there and everything like that. My mate goes, oh, do you want a drink or something like that? I go, I don't drink, man. You know? I'm a little kid and I'm worried because I'm thinking, fuck, what am I doing? Time's going on, sitting there half an hour. My mate didn't also want to pressure George to go, oh, he's here, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there. People are looking at me like, what the fuck is this street fucking bum doing here?
Yeah.
So now, I knew some of the bouncers through hood connections. Like, you know, some boys here. So they're coming up to me and they're going, bro, you know, you're going to have to fucking leave. You can't really sit in here. You know, we can't have you here. If the coppers come in, you're going to be in a lot of shit, blah, blah, blah. So I'm thinking, fuck. There goes my shot, you know.
Yeah.
I'm done. So one of the bouncers, I think, went up to George and said, hey, listen, we've got to get, your boy can't fucking sit in here, man. What the fuck are you doing? So anyway, he goes, come here now. So he gives me the microphone and he goes, there you go.
Do you think?
And I'm fucking, what the fuck? The guy puts on like an instrumental. Fucking talk.
Deep end.
So, yo, this is fucking Abe. And he's fucking looking at me. And he's like, I heard you were a rapper. I heard you were a fucking crowd controller. Because even though it was a to-do club, it was still a hip-hop club. For all intents and purposes, he was playing hip-hop fucking music. You know what I mean? He wasn't playing anything else.
And back in the day, there was more tradition of the host actually freestyling and shit.
Yeah. So he's looking at me going, fucking, and my mate's looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? What the fuck are you doing? So I was like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know fucking, you know, because these people, again, in 3-piece suits, blah, blah. I'm awkward. Used to, So anyway, put the microphone back. And he looks at me, he goes, what the fuck are you doing? He said, did I tell you to put it fucking down? You stay. And I was like, I'm confused now. I don't know, man, what the fuck? What does this guy want me to do? Like, you know what I mean? My mate fucks off. My other mate fucks off. They actually tell him, because he was also in jeans and fucking shorts and that. They go, you've got to go. He can stay, but you got to go. George said, you're going to stay. I'm shitting myself. It's fucking 1:30, 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. I'm thinking my mum's going to fucking kill me. I've got to go to school. This guy's he's not talking to me. Yeah. He's not saying anything. He's not saying...
Well, he's got his back to the crowd.
Yeah, but
he's staring at a wall. What the fuck?
In saying that, he's not saying you're doing a good job.
Nothing.
He's not giving me any indication. What he's waiting for, what I find out afterwards, what he's waiting for is AB that he's heard of.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, so his girlfriend's sitting there, and his girlfriend turns around and goes, who the fuck are you? Like, she's sitting in the DJ box. And, you know, back in the days, there wasn't people that were allowed in the DJ box. You had to be something or someone or fucking whatever. So she turns around and goes, what the fuck are you doing? You're a shit cunt or this and that. Bro, that's when the fucking fire got lit.
Yeah, really?
And I turned around and I put on the microphone and I said, who the fuck are you, you dirty bitch? Go suck my cock on my mother's life. I'm not fucking lying. That's what I said. George turns around and he looks at me, and I swear to God, he turns the music off and he goes, keep on going. And I go, all the bitches in the fucking house, this is fucking Uncle Abe, and I want to see you put your hands in the air and blah, 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 blah. And you should have seen the look on his face, bro. He just fucking smiling like a Cheshire cat from ear to ear, right? Yeah. And his missus turns around and goes, are you going to let him fucking talk to me like that? And he looks at me, he goes, you came in here, you've got the balls enough to tell my missus to go and get fucked because she was rude to you and everything like that, and you rocked the crowd? And he goes to me like this, shakes my hand, he goes, you've got a job for life with me and all that sort of stuff. That's how it fucking started. That was like my first, you could say my first giggle, my first introduction. Yeah. And then after that, it was literally not every Sunday, but a lot of Sundays. This is when George kind of took me under his wing.
Sure.
And then he said, like, they ran a nightclub back then for the old heads, Madness.
Sure.
Which was that was the epitome of clubs.
That's right before I was still underage as well.
Yeah.
But I remember hearing about Madness.
We were all underage. I was fucking underage at Madness and stuff like that. So with Madness, after doing that fucking thing, George goes, man, wherever I am, you are, right? And I'll get back to John Ibrahim.
Sure.
If he watches this, he's probably going to send people to my house and fucking plug me or some shit
I
like
doubt
that.
it, man. He's chilling.
So what happened subsequently after that, that's when kind of, I met Billy before that, but Billy was just starting the DJ. Little B was starting to DJ.
Shout out to DJ Little B, man. One of the brothers.
So we were...
Sabadi Cup.
Swati Cup, Cup Kun Kat. We were, at that stage, we're 16-year-olds. We're tadpoles, bro.
Yeah.
Little monkeys, you know what I mean? Yeah. So he was also picked up by a guy named DJ Clifford.
Okay.
So he was kind of... He would stand next to the DJ box, and when Clifford wanted to do a piss or when he wanted to scratch his balls or some shit, there you go, Billy. This was big. This is big because these guys were like, man, they were paid a lot of fucking money and they were fucking on point.
Well, there was a handful of DJs in Sydney for that genre.
No. There was a lot of DJs, but having a spot, bro, there was...
Yeah, but I mean, compared to I don't sort of literally mean a handful, but what I'm saying is nowadays, how many DJs would you have in Sydney? 5,000? I mean, I don't know, right?
Yeah,
but whereas back in the day, I mean, you got to remember the fact that when you take Serato out of the equation, you had to go to the record store and buy the records, right? And the records cost X amount of dollars.
Fucking oath.
So no one's going to go through all of that and get paid 85, 100, 120, $150 an hour.
There were still $50 DJs, as we called them, back then. You know what I mean? There was fillers and all that sort of stuff. But getting back to it, Billy was there. Yeah. And then I was there. Yeah. So Billy getting an opportunity and me getting an opportunity was a big thing. Sure. Huge, because you really had to pay your dues back in the day as far as
limited spots too.
Playing and fucking people knowing you and all
showing
that sort of
up,
stuff. Yeah,
shaking hands.
you know, kissing ass, doing whatever you had to do. So, yeah, so then Madness came in. That's when it was just... And in saying that too, that's when Leno started. Leno was very much a breakaway of all of those boys. It was very much a club.
Sure.
And if you didn't know anybody, or they didn't like you, or they didn't like this, you were ousted. You had no fucking part of it. That's again coming back to the point where Billy and I and a couple of other few people here and there were very, very lucky.
Sure.
Because we were just accepted into that fold somehow.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Without any fucking credentials or...
Well, I mean, it was all organic back in those days, right? It wasn't like, you know, like you send an email and there was no fucking emails.
Yeah. But in saying that, improving yourself too is another thing. Your reputation had to precede you. You wouldn't even get an opportunity to talk to these fucking people without...
It's all word of mouth.
100%.
First flyer? First name on a flyer?
Jesus. It was the NBA... because there wasn't very many American associated things here, Madness and obviously R&B and all that sort of stuff used to embrace, because it was an American culture.
Of course.
So
much more so back in the day.
Yeah. So all the sailors or any American people and all that sort of stuff.
Anything African American was brought in, definitely.
So my first flyer, there was, I think it was an NBA final or some shit party that they had.
Sure.
And they were starting a record company, Dark Side Productions or some shit like that. So that was my first official gig, and first official flight, name on a flyer.
MC Abe.
I think it was Uncle from the Jump, to be honest with you.
Uncle Abe. Okay.
And
cool.
Zugla, you know Zugla?
Yeah.
Zunaid Wilson. You know Zunaid.
Yeah,
he gave me that name.
Oh, really? How did that come about?
Do you want me to tell you the real story?
Well, of course, bro. That's what we're here, man. We're going to tell bullshit stories.
It's a bad. He watched a home video of mine.
Oh, wow.
They stole it. I don't know how the fuck they got it.
Wow.
They stole this home video of mine.
So would it come from Uncle Luke or something?
Yeah, I don't know. And he just goes, man, you're hung like an uncle.
Oh, respect.
And I was, because, There you go. So that's...
But explain hung like an uncle.
I don't fucking know.
What I don't know. I don't know because I don't know any uncles.
I walked into a room. It was weird. I walked into a room and there's like 15 blokes there sitting there watching my home video. I'm going, man, this is, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Back then we were 16 years old. I suppose it was hard enough to get videos back then.
I'm surprised you had a camera.
Oh, fuck. VHS.
Yeah, one of these ones. Huh? Shit.
So, yeah, Uncle, he gave me that name.
And over the years, I mean, I know you've done a lot of things, after parties and tours and concerts and all these sort of things and interstate stuff. What have been some of the more memorable nights, man? What jumps out at you?
Bro. You've got the X-rated stuff. You've got the man. Like, I've always wanted to write a book. I've always wanted to write a book, and man. I want to sit down with a collective of a lot of the boys that were there and do it of a combination. But man, so many stories. But the best times that I ever had was on the road.
Of course.
And on the road back then, it started off very slow. And I did a lot of stuff with Nino Brown. Like, I swear to God, I wish he was fucking sitting here.
Yeah. We can make that happen.
The stories. Like, round 2, volume 2 of the Abe expansion fucking thing. Man, just going on tour was the best.
Yeah.
Because when we were doing it, there was not a lot. Nobody was doing it. Like, especially for R&B. Sure. Although you had your little pockets of R&B in Perth and this and this and this and this. Everybody, the mecca for it was Sydney.
Sure.
And Nino Brown was, as far as they were concerned, Dr. Dre.
That's right.
And you know what I mean? And our reputations, again, coming back to it, preceded us.
Sure.
Like, again, no social media and everything. We go to these fucking things and
they
there's
knew who you
fucking
were. Yeah.
Nino Brown.
Yeah.
There's DJ Tickles. There's AB. And we're sitting there, excuse me, just sitting there, and how the fuck do you know us?
Yeah. The mixtapes had a lot to do with that too, right?
Yeah, and a lot of people, in saying it again, with Sydney being the hub,
They used to come.
people would come.
Yeah.
I seen you. I seen you here. I seen you there.
Yeah.
I did this and this.
That's right. And what about on stage?
On stage, what was my best on stage? The best thing that happened to me on stage, not many people would hear of him, but Public Enemy.
Oof.
So what happened is Public Enemy came to the club. They came to Gas, and they were there the night before they performed.
You were Gas for a long time, man.
Gas was
Thursday nights.
7 years.
Fat, right? It was called Fat.
Fat at Gas. No, 7 years is an exaggeration. Maybe about 4 years or
Who
something.
ran that?
Sam Dowd.
Sam Dowd.
Sam Dowd.
Shout out to Sam. Get busy.
Sam Dowd. No,
man.
fuck Sam Dowd.
Fuck Sam Dowd? All right, fuck Sam Dowd.
He is one of the most phenomenal, and I say this all the time. He is, hands down, the best promoter. I would say one of the best promoters in the world.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why. He had not 1 cent, not $1. He put none of his own money in. He had no money. The cunt was fucking broke as fuck, right? But he used to get these acts. He used to get these corporate companies to throw down 300 grand, 400 grand for De La Soul. So you tell me how many fucking corporate companies know of De La Soul?
Not many.
So I'm going to throw my nuts on the fucking table for this little Arab cunt to go and say, give me 300,000 for this. Over and over and over and over and over and over again, how he used to do these shows. And we all used to get paid fucking brilliantly.
Sure.
And this is why I say best fucking promoter ever. And he sits there now and he gets the shits with me. And he's just like, oh, don't give me shit in front of other people and everything. I go, man, you're one of the most talented fucking people that I know.
Sure.
And him and his partner in crime, Shiv. Those two together.
Shout out to Shiv.
Shout out to Shiv, yeah.
Maurice Beats.
I'll shout. Yeah.
Maurice Beats, man. That's his DJ name, right? Maurice Beats. Shout out to Shiv, man. I've got some history with Shiv too.
Yeah. Both of them together. Yeah. Unstoppable. The things that they did were mad. But on stage, so the Public Enemy came to the club.
Sure.
And I got to talking to Flavor Flav. Very nice guy, down to earth guy, blah blah blah. So I opened for them. I emceed. They didn't have a group as such. For memory, they didn't have a group. And then anyway, we got off stage and blah 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 blah. And one of my favorite songs, it's called Night of the Living Bassheads. They went to go and do that song. They stopped the fucking music. This is in a concert. They stopped the music and they go, we'd like to get our boy, MC Uncle Abe on stage.
You would
have
told him it was your favorite track or something, right?
Fucking oath, man. And I was just like, that was
amazing.
I could have died there and then, and my life would have been fulfilled. That was like of MC and all that sort of shit. That was fucking nuts.
Of course.
And like Chuck D, the leader of the group, actually fucking saying my name and remembering me, not someone going, oh, Abe,
get
like
the guy,
him calling me and Flavor Flav. And at that particular time, I think
Terminator X.
No, Terminator X wasn't there. It was DJ Lord that was there. But Sen Dog from Cypress Hill he was doing a show and he also got on stage.
Wow.
And I was like, Sen Dog was like, for me, like growing up, he was man.
Of course,
Sen
man.
Dog,
Cypress, man.
That was dope. So that was, heaps of fucking.
And there's a story which a lot of people like to pin on you, which is that you told Rihanna to fuck off on the microphone.
Yeah, I did.
Now, I might have heard this story before, but I just want to get it clear publicly on the record because not many people can say shit like this.
Is this for the clickbait? Yeah. The clickbait. So
there you go.
So yeah.
All he's happy.
I love it. So Rihanna, I told fucking big shit. So what happened? Long story short, don't want to bore everybody that's watching.
No, please bore them away.
Rihanna was here with Neo.
Sure.
Right? So what they did is they built a purpose-built VIP section for Rihanna.
Wow.
Yeah, in gas because again she was at.
It was like a promo tour or something.
She wasn't there for anything. She was there as a label mate to Neo.
Okay, that's what I mean. They weren't performing. They were just doing like a little promo tour or something.
Neo was actually on stage. Like I introduced him on stage. I was actually emceeing and stuff like that. So I introduced him to stage.
Because she was coming up.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was big. She was fucking huge at the time.
It was much later. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. She was big, but not that big.
She must have been bored or not much happening at the time to join along for a tour down under. I'm just thinking.
In those things, you have sometimes you would know with companies, with record companies, you've got no choice. Okay, go to Australia.
No, she wouldn't have any choice. But anyway, the costs involved. But besides the point, because I think that the important thing here is your story and why you ended up telling her to fuck off on the mic.
So I introduced Neo on stage, and I was told very specifically,
don't mention.
Don't do. I didn't know about Rihanna at that particular point.
Sure.
Right? So I went on stage and I think I introduced Neo and all that sort of stuff. That was done. And then they said, you have to go into the VIP. We're talking about, it's like this, mate. You couldn't fucking move. It was fucking packed. And they said, you have to go into that VIP, stay in there. You can't go out until he's done and blah, blah, blah. It was very strategic. I don't know if it was Sony Music or whoever the fuck it was. And then all I remember is Sam Dowd going, just fucking listen to him. This is our nuts on the line because they got all the big acts. They all went to, you had to go there. I'm talking about Justin Timberlake.
Build
Snoop,
relationships.
Everything. So they looked at me, don't fuck this up. Yeah. That's all that they said. Don't fuck this up. Introduce Neo to stage. So Tickles, I think Guns, Leon Smith, I think DJs were in this VIP thing already. And for memory, I think Guns was on stage and then we had to go and do that introduction and then go into the VIP and then stay in there and then come back out when he was finished. He only did 2 or 3 songs, something like that. So I introduce him, go in there. I didn't know fucking Rihanna was in there. Nobody told me initially. When I was coming out and all that sort of stuff, they ushered me into the VIP and all that sort of stuff. They told me as far as me talking, just shut the fuck up, don't say anything, just introduce him. No, yo, don't hype, don't anything, just go straight in there. So I go in there and fucking Tickles out. And he says, the last time we spoke about it, he says doesn't remember. He turns around and he goes, Rihanna's in the corner. And I go, fuck, Rihanna, cool. Now, for us, being an MC and all that sort of stuff, we get backstage access. We meet fucking everybody, you know what I mean? And it's cool. Generally, it's like, hey, how you going? And walk straight up to him and no issues. Yep. So there was a bouncer that was standing with her or she was dancing or kissing this guy or whatever. For me, like, she was standing, there was like chairs and she was standing on top of the chairs and all that sort of stuff. So I turned around and the boys were egging me on because I think the boys were told, don't go and talk to her. You're not allowed to fucking say anything to her, anything. Sure. Go and talk to the jester. Tell the jester to go and fucking do something because they're all standing there fucking laughing at me. Right? So I go over and I go, hey, Rihanna, how you going? You know what I mean? And I go over there and I go try to talk to her and everything like that. And she goes, like this. And I was just like...
Wow. Cold.
Me being... And also being an arrogant cunt, thinking I'm fucking, whatever. And she's just like... And then I went back up to her again. I go, oh, do you mind if we get a picture? And she probably didn't know who we were either. That's right. Because she was in another fucking... like a part of this VIP thing or whatever the case may be. So I was just like, all right. no worries. You want to be like that? You want to be a cunt? Because she was being fucking rude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was nobody in there. There was 3 DJs, myself, her, and this dude, right? That she was getting onto or kissing or whatever the case may be. But it was a bouncer. So all right, no worries. Okay, you want to be a fucking asshole and everything. This is my house.
Exactly.
I want to say hello? Fuck ya. All right, cool. So for memory, Guns, I think, stayed on stage with Neo. I can't remember Guns coming back down. But I remember there was a hiatus. There was about 5 or 10 minutes in between Neo finishing, Neo talking, the management or Sony going out. Don't forget to get his new album, handing out shit, whatever. So I think I said to Guns, I turned around and I said, man, fuck this bitch.
Yeah.
You know, this fucking, who the fuck does she think she is, man? I just want to say hello. She's a fucking cow. And he goes, man, whatever you want to do, I gotcha. Right? So, we get on stage, Neo, handshake, blah, 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 blah. He goes into like kind of the VIP. They couldn't get through the crowd. There was that many fucking people. So obviously Neo too, the girls are going crazy, man, fucking Neo. Whatever. So again, the management that spoke to me before, cut it, get back to your regularly scheduled program. Yeah. Do not fucking say anything. Don't mention Neo.
Rihanna,
don't say nothing.
They
didn't say, Hermano, they didn't say anything about Rihanna at this point. I knew it was her because it was there.
Yeah.
When I came back on stage, Sam kind of motioned to me, do not say anything about Rihanna. So me, being an arrogant cunt, fuck that bitch. She didn't want to fucking say hello to me. Fuck, watch what I'm going to do. I go, all right. And then Guns goes, I got your back. So Guns turns the music off.
Drum roll.
And you know, being a promoter, being a MC, that is a big fucking no-no.
Of course,
you don't do that. And I throughout my career,
the crowd's like,
in my career, I do that all the time. It's a very shock value, blah blah blah, whatever.
Big shock value.
So music off. This is from fucking
bumping
off. And I go, is there any Rihanna fans in the house tonight?
Oh,
and fucking the management. Sony, I think it was Sony or Warner Brothers, whatever, was just going, no, don't say anything, don't say. And all you seen was Sam Dowd's face, like the blood was rushing from his face, like he's going, this guy is just going to fuck everything. He's going to fuck. I'm not going to get any more artists. I'm not going to get this. I'm not going to get that. And I said, any Rihanna fans in the house? The crowd, it was fucking just 18-year-olds, like young girls and everything. So that's her
Rihanna,
demographic.
Fan base,
They went fucking ballistic. They're fucking screaming, Rihanna. And I said, well, to all the Rihanna fans in the house, she's right over there. Do you want her to come on stage? The management's going, fuck. The management's just like, you know, they can't get through. Now, I don't know if you remember Gas. Gas had stairs that were coming in. There's one way in, one way out.
Yeah.
Right? They were standing, they couldn't get through the crowd. You couldn't fucking walk through the crowd. So, and I was just going, well, Rihanna's here. And if you really want to fucking see her, you know, make some noise for fucking Rihanna and this and that. And she was standing, I remember she was standing at the fucking thing. This is when it clicked to her. This guy that just came and say hello to me, I was a fuckwit to him. Yeah. She didn't see me when I introduced, what's his name? And you should have seen her fucking face too. And I'm fucking, now people are trying to rush her and get in there and all that. Music's still off. Yeah. And I'm talking for a couple of minutes here, right? And I turned around and I said, oh, the Rihanna fans in the house. And I said, well, Rihanna doesn't want to say hello to her fucking fans, so fuck Rihanna like this in her fucking face like this. And for memory, Guns dropped the Rihanna track. She couldn't get out. She couldn't get out. Yeah. They had to get, for memory, I don't know how the fuck they did it, because it was really weird, man. It's like the VIP was here. And so the stairs were there, but you couldn't fucking move. And there was only one way in, one way out. And I think she stayed in there for, what's his name? And the look on her face, like she looked at me and she was just like, and I was just like, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't know who the fuck I was.
Yeah.
No, but in my arrogance, I should have just left it. But I'm young. Fucking AB.
It's the moment too, man. It's the moment.
I did heaps of shit like that. Bro.
Yeah.
Heaps of shit
Yeah,
where
I
did some
I know.
fucking.
I know. You made
bad-
a career out of doing
I
that.
did.
Man. Yeah.
I did. I
Yeah.
did some fucking.
Yeah.
But in saying that,
Yeah.
I think, and not stroking myself and all that sort of stuff, I changed the whole MCing thing to make it more of our responsibility, because there was MCs obviously before me and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
like
of course.
Rodney O, big shout out to Rodney O.
Yeah,
and,
man. Big shout out to O.
MC Nasty and MC Captain Kirk and
Kirk.
OFP. There was heaps of things, but they were very smooth, suave.
Yeah. Formal.
I see myself, you to a certain extent, and DK very much. And
More personality.
at that stage, it was me, you, DK. What's Sessions, mate?
DK came a little bit later.
What's Sessions, mate?
Jazz.
Yeah. Yes.
Jazz used to do a fair bit too, yeah.
So we were
But Jazz was clean.
Yeah, very
proper.
clean. Very
Yeah,
clean.
yeah.
But where
But
he...
still fun.
But yeah, very much so. But again, I'm coming back to the onus on us being hosts.
Sure.
Like we took it to that point where we could make or break a club.
Yeah, I get you.
We could, people fucking listen to us.
Yeah. I think some MCs take it from strictly like a compliment to the DJ to actually, on par with as far as presence and people feeling you, knowing you there, and actually coming to see you.
Yeah.
And I think even though an MC is always like the cherry or the topping of the cake, right?
Yeah.
Because you can have a party without an MC,
Yeah.
but you can't have a party without a DJ.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
So we're kind of like the sprinkling on top, but some people do cross over, let's say, and do take it to another level.
Which again, like I see you, you would not be the promoter you were if you weren't the MC that you were.
Yeah. I think a lot of the promoters that do well. You got to start somewhere. So you either start on stage. So as far as like a DJ or an MC or some sort of a dancer or something.
We know where I've got to cut you and disagree with you there. Where it is that take the nightclub away, people would go to a party because you're there.
Yeah, but what I was trying to say, is these people who end up being promoters.
Yeah.
There's really only two avenues. You're either some sort of an artist or personality or whatever, or you're just someone who showed up to clubs enough times to get to know the game and the watches kind of thing and whatever. And traditionally speaking, the second one, they're not as known obviously as the first one. The first one, we're like the face of the events type thing. I mean, obviously my name is all over the kind of things that I do. So yeah, bro. So I think there hasn't been that many guys that kind of stamp their name on the game, but most definitely you have, my brother.
Cheers,
so
bro.
props to you, man.
Yeah.
Props to you because
and the same to you too. Like
Thank
if it
you,
wasn't for you, a lot of things that are happening now wouldn't be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been very active, man.
You you're Watchers is very humble and all that sort of shit, but you're an integral part of that whole chain. And coming back to whatever I was doing and everything like that, we used to have a lot of fun. We used to do a lot of shit.
Sure.
I did a lot of stupid things. Like I kind of back at it now, and I had fun, bro.
You're not saying that much nowadays, though, right?
Not necessarily, not now.
Games change a lot.
Yeah, to be true to of what I think, I couldn't fucking go out and do that now.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I'd be on I'd be on every news outlet and shit like that. You know what I mean?
But you've been keeping very busy because your design stuff and rides moto and all these things. You want to talk a bit about that? Or?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's something that I've been doing for donkey's years. Like I was doing custom shirts and all that sort of stuff years ago, drawing. So
Yeah.
I've got.
You're wearing one now.
Yeah.
Right?
This is my
That's
stuff.
pretty dope. Yeah.
Ridersmoto.com. No, .com.au. Yeah.
That one.
That one.
But I actually got a cool top like that I wore on the episode with Nino Brown. So, guys, if you want to check it out, the episode with DJ Nino Brown, his name has been dropped a couple times.
Definitely.
And I'm rocking the gift from MC Uncle Abe. We love gifts on the show. I've received a few, man. So thank you so much, everyone. God bless.
There'll be more on its way.
So, because you love riding bikes.
Yes.
So
avid motorbike rider.
Most definitely.
Yes.
And obviously, this is the gear that goes with the bikes, right?
This is it's a motocross jersey for all intents and purposes.
Sure.
So this basically people wear this to cover their armor and stuff like that.
That's right.
So I've kind of taken it into the cuffs are different and this is different, and sometimes the material's a little bit lighter and stuff like that. So it goes into more of the lifestyle kind of thing. But yeah, so.
Reminds me of the film clips of like the Brat, and remember there was a time when they were rocking a lot of motocross gear.
Yeah, for a little while and stuff like that. And so I'm there's a resurgence of it. So there's t-shirts, there's jackets, there's this and that. But that's going really well.
Yourself?
Everything, draw, design. Don't physically manufacture it, but I'm very big in the manufacturing process where I sit down there and tell them how to do this and how to do that.
You get your stuff shipped from overseas. It's a bit of a business that's happening, man.
It's good, it's getting there slowly but surely. The office just opened a graphic design shop. It's a big plug for my fucking...
Please, that's what we're here for, man.
Graphic design shop. So I've just got a shop where people can physically come in and get graphic design done.
Sit in front of the screen.
And it's basically, there's not many of them out there that you can do that, but I'm more so for layman's, just normal people coming off in the street, because they get very intimidated by going to graphic designers a lot of the time. People have a misconception that it can be very expensive.
Sure.
But with me, they come in, you know what I mean? They sit at the table, very approachable, very easy.
Yeah.
I don't charge people fucking an arm and a leg. If I see that you're a mum and dad company that has a fucking falafel van, I'm not going to charge you.
So you cater to everybody, big and small, but the idea with the shop.
Was that a dig at me? Falafel? Because I'm Armenian?
Here we go. Here we go. See, but no, but it is your fault though, because you started on the front foot. I did. So now any shot that he gets, any cheap shot like that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well done, Paulie.
Fair enough.
No, but what I wanted to say is the kind of one of the purposes of the shop, as you were saying, so then the small business, mum and pop, as they call them, can come in and it's a lot more, say, customer friendly.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean?
A lot of the times when you want graphic design done, the first thing you do is go to Facebook. Any graphic designers on my thing.
Yeah.
So
Google.
the process with that is that difficult where, you trying to connect with someone and all that sort of stuff. Look, I've been in the game for 20 plus years. I know what I'm doing. I can,
And also sunwriting, man, because I want to talk about that because you hooked up my shop in my Thai massage shop in Surrey Hills. So one Thai massage, man. I've got the photos to prove it if people don't believe me.
Yeah, you can
see
you
came in and we worked a little together.
Yeah,
and we slid
He actually
all the
worked that
sides
day.
and everything. I know, for a change.
I got your hands
for a
dirty.
change. And also here in the studio, man, we put this
beautiful wall
wallpaper behind us.
Yeah.
Again, I think I've told it, but real briefly. But there used to be a window here.
Wow.
Behind where the TV is. So the brother Harvey came through. Shout out to Harvey. We covered it up. We used heaps of putty and all that and everything. And then in came the wallpaper, which was printed by our brother Sonny at
Cactus Printing. Cactus Imaging.
Cactus Imaging, yeah. And then he made it a little bit difficult for us.
He fucked it. don't fuck it.
Don't sugarcoat it.
He fucked it.
In typical Abe fashion.
He fucked it. But no, he didn't fuck it that bad. It was
credit to you. You knew what to do with it.
Lucky.
And you fixed it. And we lined it all up and everything, because you guys can't tell at home, but it's actually three strips.
Yeah.
Left, middle, and right. Obviously.
Now they're gonna look. They're gonna. And we had to,
that's fine, man. They're going to ball they want, man. Yeah.
But no, it's.
So thank you for that, my brother.
Nah, fuck, bro. Anytime. I was a little bit disappointed that I didn't get a part of the design process. I would have liked to, but this is beautiful, man.
Well, it was a timing thing because at the time we were getting this happening.
Whoa. What's wrong with the design?
What do you mean? What's wrong with the design?
I told you, man.
Rafa,
You've upset him.
No. Hold on a second. You know how many fucking times I've sat down with. I've always wanted to do Rafa's logo. He fucked me and he went to somebody else.
Yes.
Rafa's shirt.
Yes.
Fucked me. Went to somebody else.
Yes.
Rafa's everything.
Yes.
I don't know what it is, man.
And
Maybe he doesn't like
and-
my
and-
shit.
And how many
disappointed.
times did I ask you to fucking introduce me with La Familia? And I'm fucking over there. When I got out of jail, brother, it was momentous. It was a crazy time. You know, it was the comeback show for La Familia. We're at BJ, the old BJ's, which was Copacabana at the time.
Yeah.
And I said, man, for years, I said, fucking Abe's got to do the intro. And he's like,
did.
oh, no, I think you were in Melbourne or some shit.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wasn't I there?
Nah, motherfucker.
Wasn't I there?
No.
For your first show back.
I wanted you
no.
to fucking do the intro.
Oh, shit.
And you weren't there.
Oh, so now you're holding the
anyway.
fucking grudge now.
No,
now it's a grudge.
I had to say something. I had to say something.
Okay. He just had
gotta
to
come back
You
with
weren't
something.
there, motherfucker.
I don't want to snitch, but he's not happy with you because you didn't give him a Il Family shirt.
Oh.
What?
He's going back to the Ila Familia documentary.
Oh, no,
interview.
yeah. Oh, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's right.
you know what I mean? It was
That's
like
right.
it was kind of like a rite of
pattern.
passage.
There's a pattern.
There's
here.
a fucking pattern,
There's
and
a
I'm starting
pattern.
to sit there.
Yeah.
So, man, does this cunt really like me, or what? You know, is it me? Did I fucking step on his cat's toe or some shit like that?
No.
But I never got an Illa Familia shirt, and I used
That's definitely.
But I used to think not everybody could get one of those shirts, and I used to sit there and go, "What the fuck is up with this cunt? Why can't I get a fucking shirt?"
Well, I
What's
mean,
his
they were
problem?
on sale at the shop. You could have bought one, but anyway.
Which shop? Which shop? Which shop? Bullshit. You're a fire. See. So everybody watching, everybody like, if you had an Illa Familia shirt, that was like, again, it was like, I got an Illa Familia shirt, and because nobody had it. Back in the days, it was hard to attain these things. You couldn't get these things.
Well,
and I distinctly remember, I'll be lying. I don't know if I'm lying. I think fucking Billy had one.
Yes, Billy. I'm pretty sure Billy had one.
And I'm like, how the fuck does this fucking midget prick get a fucking shirt? And I don't get a fucking shirt. And I'm like,
again, it was. I mean, obviously, this. Believe me, there's no intent, but it was probably more about that thing that we're.
Don't let AB ruin our fucking brand. Do not. But I do not.
No. Yeah. I think what it was. I mean, obviously, everyone used to see each other on the weekends. But on a Friday, I was there and you were here. No. And on a Saturday, I was there and you were here.
Some bullshit.
I'm just trying to come up with something, bro.
How did Billy get a fucking shirt?
Because Billy, through Don Juan and that, I remember seeing
Don
him
Juan didn't even have a fucking Illa Familia t-shirt.
He was probably too big. Actually, Donnie was a lot slimmer back in those days.
He was.
Shout out to the OG.
He put up a video the other day. It's just really quickly, not to get off the thing. He put up a video of... is it Matraville Pools? What was the pools down there?
I'm not sure.
What's the public pool down there that everybody used to go?
Botany.
Bro. Huh?
Botany.
It could be Botany Pools. And he did a what's his name? And you gotta see that fucking video. The heads. I'm talking about Jason Rosa when he was like
I'm gonna go
14, 15 years old. And
trying to get Jason on the show, man.
Oh, bro, he's a gun.
Yeah,
he's
of course,
a gun.
of course.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Known him for a long time too, so.
Aside from cleaning all the drug money, he's a gun. No, I'm joking. Man, that bloke, man.
Yeah, the machine.
All of the boys, us growing up and all that sort of shit, to see where you are, to see where, Nino Brown is, a lot of other people, man. Fuck, I just take my hat off to... him, like, fuck, bro,
took the ball and ran with it, man.
Hard work, nothing else. Like, no one gave him money. Nobody did this, nobody did that.
Man, self-made.
Him and his missus, like, I don't know her very well, but his missus and everything like that. Shout out to her, man. Like, as soon as they started going out, man, he's fucking focused. And he told me one day, he goes, it's all her. Like she's a big she's the
well, a lot of people will tell you behind every great man
is a greater woman, but he's fuck, bro, he's a gun. Is he going? Sick cunt.
Paulie, do you have anything to show today?
no.
I don't know if he...
No.
Sometimes Paulie has something to show. I actually don't know. I actually don't. I honestly don't know because, believe it or not, today we were building a chicken enclosure.
Oh God.
So
that was Latin Wolf.
yeah, Miguel.
Yeah, Miguel.
Yeah.
He started a record company, and he had me
Howling Funk.
Yeah,
man.
And he had me and a couple of other really, really good rappers, and he was going places with it, and he fucked it. I don't know what the fuck he did.
Or probably he did a little time.
No. This was after he came out.
Oh, okay, sure.
And he had some really good rappers. He had you had him on the show.
Nacho.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nacho. Yeah.
And he had a couple of other boys that were, and it had Kenny Hoods. You know Kenny Hoods.
I know Kenny Hoods.
And me.
Sure.
And a couple of other boys, like real, decent fucking rappers
Making
and all that
moves.
sort of shit. And gone. Poof. Vanished.
Well, it's not easy, man.
Bullshit. I think with a lot of us, and me included.
In this country in particular.
Dude,
where there's a lack of support for local anything, you know.
Well, man, his beats were good.
Sure.
He was doing like really well. The following started coming and everything like that. And honestly, like, and he threw a lot of money into it. He threw a lot of money into it. That's why I kind of sat back. Anyway,
I'll catch up with Miguel soon, and I'll ask him.
He's OG. I haven't seen him for a while.
You got that Vato Loco thing that you resonate with, right?
Well, I'm for people that don't know, I'm South African. So I very much associate ourselves very much with the South American culture.
Yeah.
It's the same S, a different A, but we're brothers all day. It's the same thing. Our cultures are very similar.
Yeah, of course.
So
Africa's huge influence on Latin American culture in general, man.
Yeah, but just the way that we used to get hit by our mums, the way that we used to, be cheeky cunts. Same shit. So that was a photo shoot.
For the same thing, yeah.
No, that was a different day. That was one of the boys came down. This was a custom bike.
Oh, okay.
And I just happened to be in my. Fuck, I dress like that normally every day when I wake up. Vatos locos forever.
What year we're talking about?
Fuck, I can't even remember. This was a long time ago.
Okay, yeah, I can tell.
That was long. Like
this is post Ratty though, right? No more Ratty here.
No more
Ratty, Ratstyle.
No, that's hair. I think that's just
after,
not too long after I cut my hair.
After,
yeah. Not many tats there. Oh my God.
Wait.
That's Nolan. You know fucking Nolan.
Nolan?
That's Nolan Lamb.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's Nolan Lamb.
What the hell is he doing there?
So Nolan Lamb, and I'll say this too, I'll throw him under the bus. He was fucking, he was a bitch boy 4-5T. Not bitch boy, I shouldn't say that. I'm only joking. Not a bitch boy. He was
running around for him.
Yeah, and back then they were
their shit. Yeah,
bro. This was underneath.
Gallagher.
No. This. Yeah, I know. That's how fucking old we are, man. This is under Jim Woon Koon, a gym that was in one of the first kickboxing gyms in I think Australia.
Okay.
This was underneath it. This is in Chinatown, and now you wouldn't have seen this face in fucking Chinatown in a fucking gangster owned. That was unheard of.
Sure.
So I just, man, bro, like again, not fucking blowing smoke up my own ass. I could step.
You were a handsome young boy, man.
I was a cheeky little cunt, man.
Yeah.
I think I was about fucking 13, 14.
Man.
Nolan,
man, what a small world, look.
Yeah. I was a puppy.
Shout out to Nolan Lamb, man.
Nolan Lamb, he was, His life has turned around. Like fucking, he's doing really good now. He's got some kids. He's a fucking puss now. He's like real from being this hardcore gangster, fucking sick cunt to like fucking
That's the progression for most of us, man.
My heart,
Familia.
That's the baby. That's
I really
Jesus.
like this one. This is so adorable. This one.
Baby Jesus.
Hard to believe it's you.
Baby
Being
Jesus.
so
yeah.
adorable.
Nah, he's cute. He's a little
A
monkey.
little bigger now.
It's actually his birthday today.
Oh, wow.
6 years old. Yeah.
So how old would he be here? Like
He was
3?
No,
Less.
He would have been about 2. Yeah.
2, yeah, 2.
2 years old.
Cool little jumper he's wearing there, man.
Cheeky little
Rocking the threads.
Yeah, he's cool.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what else are you gonna tease?
Well,
Oh yeah, that's
that's the same shot.
that was the same shot.
Yeah.
Ashley, I forgot this guy, phenomenal fucking rapper. I don't know what happened to him. He fucking disappeared. He's dope. He's
It happens a lot, man.
really,
A lot of
really
people
dope.
have like their 5 minutes of inspiration and
Yeah.
whatever, and then kind of somehow life, sucks them back into. Wait. What was that?
Oh my God! There's David Garcia. There's Abraham. There's fucking Billy. Oh my God!
What
yeah.
is this photo there, Paulie? That's Vatos Locos, man.
That
Yeah, I
is
know.
Popeye Chavez.
Nah, but seriously, that
La
movie,
Onda.
they need to fix it up and put it on Blu-ray. I can't
Oh,
find it.
here we go.
No, you gotta
Here
have
we
it.
go.
You gotta leave it the
No,
way. Oh,
he's complaining about. Yeah, that is.
that epitomizes. That's
Yeah, that's right.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the face of what's it called? The bad man.
Dougie,
The instigator.
You know Dougie Styles.
Yeah.
He drew a picture, and it actually came up on Facebook the other day. He actually drew it. I've got to get the picture
Of this
for you.
photo?
Of that, yeah,
Uh-huh.
because he's a tattoo artist as well.
Uh-huh.
And I said to him, I go, if you do a half decent rendition of me, I'll get it
Yeah.
tattooed on me. I'm still waiting for him to do it, by the way. He's a big shout out to Gemma Styles, which just had a beautiful baby girl. They had a baby, and she's my tattoo artist, so she's done most of the stuff for me. But that epitomizes me. Just cheeky, fucking stupid, taking the piss out of
I'm
everybody.
actually surprised you let someone sing or say something
I-
on your microphone.
I used
bro.
to let people do it all the time.
Good.
I used to let people do it all the time. DK was actually one of those people that whenever he used to come in, because DK was like the little
Up and coming.
the nipper.
Yeah.
So I was always very, you know what I mean?
Open.
Fuck here, bro. Fucking go and
Yeah,
do what you
yeah,
do.
same.
So yeah, no, he was cool. Going, what's next, man? What are you doing? Ah, yeah.
Oh.
That was the story I was telling you before. That was the actual story.
This is the Abe that I met. That's the hairstyle, the NFL jersey.
Yeah.
That was the look, man.
The monkey.
Yeah. The little what do you call this?
The
What
little
would you call this?
Bum fluff. I've still got
yeah.
bum fluff.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I wish I
Yeah.
could grow fucking facial hair. So that was the time. Yeah, there was a time. He's a gun, man. This guy's for people that don't know, look him up. It's Chuck D. He's a rapper, but he's a political activist. and
Most
he's,
definitely,
yeah,
man. He's
big,
militant. Yeah.
huge. What's next? You get all these fucked up photos. Yes,
Oh,
that's from the
here
shop.
we go. That
That's from
brings
the
us.
shop, yeah.
That's from
That
the
brings
shop.
us right up to the modern day, man.
Modern day times. Yeah.
Graphic dash design.
I'm surprised you got fucking pictures. I'm so fucking prehistoric and all that sort of shit. But
Yeah, well,
yeah.
he had to dig a little bit.
So this is that's the shop.
Awesome,
Man.
man. Now, there's one thing too. You guys have shot a couple of episodes here.
Of Behind the Velvet
Man.
Rope.
Come on, man. Let's get that shit happening.
Whoa.
What?
You changed the name, remember?
What was it? It wasn't Behind the Velvet Rope.
No.
No.
That was the first attempt. But
Oh, then it was
Yeah, what's happening?
What's happening
Right.
with Look, I've had what's happening
Because
as being
what's happening was
the
a thing back in the day.
It
man.
was, but
We used to love that shit.
But again, we're talking about not that I'm politically correct or anything like that, but
man.
some of the shit that I said on there,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So what are you saying that after all these years now you're going to
I've gone
change your
soft.
tone?
No, not at all. I think now more than ever is a time for fucking a little less political
100% hermano.
But
100%.
with in saying that, obviously respecting people as well. Like, I'm disrespectful to what I perceive doesn't go.
through humor.
But the thing, what was I going to say is that my disrespect comes from when I look at ignorance and shit like that.
Yes, my brother. But again, through humor, tongue in cheek. I mean, even though, and I've heard guys like Rogan and other comedians make reference to this. It is through humor that society actually achieves a lot of its like changes.
Oh, when you look at yourself and see how stupid you are,
and yourself and others, right?
Yeah.
Because it is very hard to speak about things without offending people when you're speaking, let's say, seriously.
Yeah.
But when there's humor involved, you can get away with a lot of shit.
When you're making a joke about it.
Yeah, and it helps a lot of people it just helps to smooth things down and calm shit down or actually highlight a lot of things because there's some comedians that go all out, man.
Oh, fucking hell.
So, but I'd love to see more of you, man. I've told you this a few times, and what I appreciate is that you're someone who's constructively criticizing me as well, which I welcome and I accept.
You do accept it, do you?
Yeah, man.
We should bring fucking Pavel in here. His cousin. I can't wait till you do an expansion on fucking him. He's got a story.
It's coming.
Yeah. But you got to be careful. He hasn't been cleared by the federales yet, has he? He's
state police. Not federal police yet.
You're not good enough for that.
But he's kind of got to get around to wanting to put his guard down. But we're working on it because there's a lot of stuff. That's a cool story. I mean, 16 years on the run overseas from the police for robbing banks. I mean, what a story. Also
Ruben's fucking bro. I'd like to not. I actually text messaged Ruben. That made me cry.
The feedback from his episode is incredible. Right.
And who would have thought him being such a big asshole to getting everybody fucking loving him? He actually made me like him for a little while.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, so many people don't know these things.
Yeah.
And there's so many cool stories out there. I mean, even when we got Paul in front of the cameras, he told a story that shocked and surprised a lot of people too.
I didn't watch his episode.
Well, whenever you got time, my brother.
I don't really like him. So.
Yeah.
Abe, thanks for your honesty.
I'm honest, I didn't watch. I've watched every other episode. I swear to God, except his.
Now,
I swear to God, on my mother's life, I just haven't got it.
No, you didn't.
Sure. I'm an avid watcher. I'm a subscriber, but yours was the only one I haven't watched. I'm not being a dickhead either. Fucking no interest. I don't know about.
But on the real, come back to where I was at. Man. I think Sydney and the world would love to see a bit more of you, man.
I'd love to. Yeah.
You can definitely.
I've got to pull the.
It's a time thing, man. Yeah, it's a time thing, man. Yeah, but I mean, don't forget, like the what's happening thing. It was very.
It was fun.
It was fun, but it was also quite lo-fi as far as just the camera and talking in front of the camera. I mean, you didn't have to drive all the way to Jurul. You get what I'm saying? I'm sure you had something set up locally.
Yeah, we had a warehouse and all that sort of stuff that we shot it and stuff like that. But no, definitely what Jacob and I were talking about and all that sort of stuff was doing some out on the street things where we were going to interview some people. So combine that with this and all that sort of stuff.
That'll be amazing, look. That'll be amazing.
Again, it's fucking time.
Time and energy, man.
Jacob's difficult. Like, he's so pussy whipped by his fucking, hard. And I'll say that because he's not here. Fuck him.
That's right.
And his missus
under the bus.
His missus doesn't like me.
Oh, really? She doesn't like you. Well, I don't know
why. You know why? Like, I get a lot of people's missuses, right?
They don't like you.
They don't like me because
you're a bad motherfucker. You're a bad influence.
This is.
You're the bad man.
Forever, what makes me fucking angry, right? And I'll say this, right?
Could I just say something?
If you're gonna be a dirty cunt, and if you're gonna go fucking, because I don't give a fuck. Half of these cunts that hang around with me, they're going, they're doing all their fucking thing and all that sort of stuff. But when they're coming out with Abe.
That's right.
Then they're doing bad, or then they're going to get in trouble and all that sort of stuff. And half of them, they're not allowed to tell their missuses that they're with me. And half of the time, I'm sitting there and saying, boys, you're married, man. Keep your dick in your fucking pants. Yeah. I'm single. I can do what I fucking want.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At that particular time and all that sort of shit.
Do you think it might have something to do with your gold membership at many strip clubs in Sydney? Is that why? Because you walk into strip clubs on a first name basis?
Look, you can Dude, I don't even.
I'm going to tell a story.
I don't even want to mention.
You're going to make me tell a story.
Yeah.
Rafa, wait.
Go on, Paulie, jump in.
Don't act all innocent, Abe.
I didn't say it was innocent.
Like, seriously, like...
I didn't say it was innocent. No, Paulie, hold on a second. If I'm doing something fucked up, right? If I'm doing something bad, I'm doing something bad. And I take complete accountability for it, right?
Yeah, okay.
These other blokes lie. They don't say they're with me.
Yeah.
Or if we're going, like when I used to go to interstate and do all these sort of things, these guys would fucking come. Oh, their missus calls on the phone. No, I'm just...
So I did 7 years.
Yeah.
I come back out and I'm hanging around the cross. And I must admit, I never liked the cross, right? Because you got to understand, when I went away, the cross was where I used to go dump.
Red hot. Yeah.
Supply and get the fuck out. It was ugly, it was nasty, it was dirty, it was full of junkies, right? And then I'm inside and the Golden Mile comes out and everyone's talking about the cross. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. The
cross is a shithole, it's dirty.
It's a shithole, right? So I come out and I'm like, all right, I'm rolling with it. But I never liked the energy up there.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's horrible,
because I came in, not that I later did a lot of work with Trademark, but I came in kind of into DJ booths and whatever, and I got to see just the level of like the managers, right, and all those wankers that were around at the time. Hey, man, we're gonna get the fuck out of here, man.
Bro, we didn't even get to talk about the current state of the world or anything.
Well,
like
fucking, what you want to talk about?
Round 2. No. We'll do it the next time.
Of the United States of America.
This is what we're gonna leave off on.
Tell me.
Yeah, we were sitting and talking before the fucking cameras were on.
Unbelievable.
And people, that's it. People are looking at me like I'm a fuckwit. I put up a post the other day, which I'm sure that you've seen the other day, and I'm just like, are you people not? You don't even have to be a conspiracy theorist. You don't have to know anything. Just look at it for what it is. We're in a lot of fucking trouble.
Oh yeah,
we're in a shitload of trouble. Where, again, Rafa just said it. One of the most powerful people in the world, regardless of what he did. And I put up a post the other day and I said he's guilty of nothing. And he's done nothing. Okay, he could have done X, Y, and Z, but in a court of law, he hasn't been arrested. He hasn't been this, he hasn't been that, and whatever the case may be.
He will never be.
Regardless of whatever, you can... I'm not spruiking for Trump, nor am I spruiking for any politician or anything like that, but this is a big wake-up call for everybody, bro. And
well, look, ultimately, the surname in front of the POTUS doesn't matter. It's the office.
Yeah.
The President of the United States of America has been deplatformed.
Yeah.
I cannot believe, when you think the world was already fucking insane, when your government is telling you that you can't have sex with your partner, that you should stand 1.5 meters away from each other and masturbate, that you should wear a mask when you're driving inside your own car, endless list of circus fucking acts and freak shows that we got going on. And then on top of that, the President of the United States, the leader of the free world.
Yeah.
I mean...
What is that? But you just say that again.
Yeah.
Say what you just said again.
The leader of the free world.
And again?
The leader of the free world.
So by him being shut down...
The world is not free, my friend. And I'll tell you something else. Forever, the criticism of regimes, as they like to call them, or governments or countries, on the other side of the equation, if such a thing exists, we've always criticized them by saying, they're draconian laws and there's no freedom and no liberty, and they censor. And what the fuck are we doing now? Insane. Yeah. Crazy times, man.
They're going to kill Trump. Mark my words.
Well, look, whether they physically assassinate him, he's been character assassinated from the moment he walked into office. At the beginning, they were spruiking him because it was like a joke, and they wanted the Republican Party to be divided and whatever. So they picked him as like, he's the total outsider. He's never going to win. So let's give him all the light. But then he came through, didn't he?
I think big shock to, they know who they're going to put in there, but I'm saying a big shock to people that aren't privy to what's fucking happening. Indeed.
Indeed.
Shocked the fuck out of a lot of people.
Crazy times. But I know that all of us are well aware of, let's say, the enemy or what we have against us.
Yeah.
One thing we don't talk a lot about is the good that's coming out of all of this, because there's a famous saying: the revolution will not be televised. You're not going to turn on Channel 9 one day and there's going to be a story about the amount of people that are questioning, and I'm talking about a positive story, because if they tell that story, for example, the amount of people that are questioning vaccinations, let's say, they will spin it as, conspiracy theory, nut jobs, but as a matter of fact is me being on the other side of the fence for a long time. I've been on some shit. Now seeing a lot of people asking the same question.
Oh, fuck yeah. Because it makes no fucking sense.
Exactly. So what's happening is now that people are face to face with this new world that these guys are trying to bring in, people are saying, hold the fuck up, what's going on here? And then look, they lift the curtain, and then when you see what's behind the curtain, that's when shit gets
a real pandemic, when you look at it in times and everything, somebody's limb would fall off, or your fucking eyeballs falling off, or this or that. Something
dropping dead on the street.
Something's happening.
No one would have to find you.
Yeah.
Because you would be paralyzed in fear, because it's a fucking pandemic. People are dying, man.
This is not what is it? Look, this is a story for another time. We could sit here and fucking talk. Volume 2.
But we're on the same page, man. Anytime, bro. Anytime. It's just a matter of turning the cameras on, bro.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for thank you for coming down on the show, man, Manu, for giving us the time and
Definitely.
And the energy, man, Manu. God bless.
This guy. What do you want, Uncle?
What is it?
What do you want, Uncle?
What did we forget?
You said you met him on the stage, and you were a bit of a jerk, yeah, on stage?
I was
when you first met him?
Who?
What would you explain yourself? How would you explain yourself when you first met Rafa?
Intimidated, big time.
Oh, really?
Even though I was there a little bit before, Rafa and them came, how could you say? Again, I was talking about reputation preceding themselves and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Rafa came with a big force behind him.
That's right.
He came with people like Motto and the Club Joint All Stars and
Y La Familia.
And La Familia. Rafa and them were kind of outside of what was, again, remember,
established players.
When I was saying the clubs and all that sort of stuff, you had your team and this and that, and you couldn't really go and play for that team or that team. You had your team. I was lucky enough to be in a big team, but when fucking Rafa came in, they kind of shook up the game, because Rafa, hold on a second, Rafa's fucking working here, he's working there, he's working here, he's working there, and fucking oath, alpha male, fucking this cunt.
Oh, okay. So what was his personality like when you first met him?
He's trying to stir the pot.
How was he? Rafa was, how can I say?
Why are you falling for this, hermano?
No, I'll fall. I'll fucking bite. Rafa was fucking, bro, he was like somebody that you envied, somebody that you feared a little bit, and somebody that you were a little bit jealous of, all rolled into one. But the thing was, I loved him. No, I'm not fucking joking. I'm fucking serious. I loved him that much. I was just fucking.
That's all I felt, man.
I go, man, this cunt, he's the sickest cunt ever. I'm not pissing in your pocket. But obviously, there was a little bit of jealousy. I used to stand there and go, fucking. Rafa didn't try a fuck with women or anything. Everything just fucking... everything just fucking came to him.
You're a funny cunt.
It's true. But I'm not just saying women. I'm just saying, you're a cool cunt. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. But there was a bit of intimidation, because when you came, everybody was just like,
I'll tell you something about us.
I'm not pretty. I'm fucking. I'm gonna lose gigs for this fucking.
Well, man, hold on a second, because that photo we put up before me, you were very pretty.
No.
All I'm gonna say is the truth is, when we came up, we weren't on stage at that time or whatever, but you know, both my cousin Pavel, myself, Ruben, like we were doing a lot of street shit.
Yeah.
So
again, your reputation preceded just
So you know, we would rock up to clubs, you know, put several holes in the bar, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 deep sometimes. So it was like it was a big momentum thing. So in those same places we were frequenting.
Yeah.
The moment we grabbed the microphone,
forget about it.
I mean, yeah, like it. So they knew us, we knew them. You know what I mean? And I remember clearly the first time I hosted, because we used to go to Step Forward and battle and get off our faces and shit. But the first time I ever grabbed the mic was One World Sport in Darling Harbour.
Oh wow!
And I remember, and Don Juan was playing, and they invited me from the Bacardi Festival to come and host the after party.
I wish I could have spoken to you about that.
And
tonight,
I remember grabbing the microphone and literally shouting every second person in the club because I knew everyone. So when you start with that kind of whatever platform or. You know.
Bacardi Festival, quickly, bro.
Yeah, we've
never ever
about
again.
On the show, but that's one of the downsides. Of people think they're doing the right thing, right? So they say ban alcohol sponsorship of events, and you think, yeah, that's a good thing because alcohol's bad. But then what happens? Then you lose this big, stream of
financial
money that supports,
stream, yeah.
you know. So then there goes Bacardi Festival, 2-week festival, January every summer. You know, there goes Bacardi.
But you know that was a Karen that fucking there would have been one person, because when you look at politicians and everything, everything is anyway. That's a story for another time. But like I said, you baited me and I took the bait. Yeah, fucking oath. Everybody fucking MC Rafa, Jesus Christ, they're fucking bro. It's like fucking you know, there was a fucking aura like when this cunt walked in the fucking room and cunts were just like,
I love you.
Love you too, bro.
God bless you, man.
Take it easy, guys.
Thanks for being on the show, man.
No
Big shout out to Q Corp Construction. Big shout out going out to Crash Claim, meeting new friends by accident. Big shout out to Variant Collective, man. 2021, we're coming for you. Shout out to everybody, man. Stay positive, stay healthy, stay strong. And let's wake up and get out of this fucking nightmare as soon as possible. Thank you, Paulie, man. I love you, my brother.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hey, Bizu. Alaikum salam, habibi.
That was fucking sick. Oh, God. You're going to have to get the... What's his name, man? I was fucking sweating like a motherfucker.
Don't worry. It happens to all of us. I want to do a quick couple of photos. Because that's what we...
Expansion.